I did remember that Charles Nelson Reilly commercial. Once I saw it, I remember.
Oh, we've gone bananas for Big Banana in crayon. You'll learn to write a lot of ways.
That is art. That is, and that sent me down a Charles Nelson Reilly rabbit hole, which I was very happy to tumble down. God bless that man.
Do you need to see a doctor?
Yeah.
Well, I agree. The thing is that I mean, I hope that he was happy with his career. I hope Paul Lynde was happy with his career. But the thing I love about them is that they were very known. Everyone in the 70s or 60s, when they were in the movies or TV shows, everyone knew they were homosexual men.
Gay or non-gay? Non-gay.
What, sir?
Non-gay.
It just was never stated. And they became these characters, the same with like Rip Taylor, the comedian.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're like going, oh, that guy's completely gay. But their act is not built on that. They become these weirdly flamboyant, funny guys, and everyone's okay with it. Like, you might hear your grandfather say something disparaging about that guy on Hollywood Squares or something.
You know what I want to call the dwarfs?
No.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
But Charles Nelson Reilly, first and foremost, very funny character actor.
Only publishers who had the courage to print the truth. Quiet! The truth will out! Quiet! Mama.
He had a persona that no one else had, a delivery that no one else had. It's just so great.
This gentleman is my beloved teacher, and we have worked so very hard late into the night.
I love it that I wish there were outtakes of that banana commercial, because the way he throws in, because I don't know if he did that, just at his direction. Could you throw in some in between the lines when you're singing?
I think they were probably like, please, Charles,
more of that. Yeah.
We need that.
These are Bic Banana ink crayons. See what smooth lines the Bic Banana ink crayons make. They also make fat lines. After all, I should know. I am the Big Banana.
There's only one Bic Banana ink crayon.
I mean, and they did, of course, write. I mean, they did write into that. Wasn't improv, but it's like
The colors are so bright and gay.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, then.
I'm curious to know if you've seen this, because I found when I the Charles Nelson Reilly rabbit hole I previously referred to took me down to watching some videos about him. There's a guy, I forget his name. He's got a really good channel on YouTube, and he does a whole video about Charles. It's just fascinating to hear about his story, about how hard he had to work to get his breakthrough. He worked on Broadway and off Broadway for many, many years before he got his break in TV and film. And he was throwing in clips of this, what looked like a one-man show that I had never seen, but this was actually the last thing. Turns out it was the last thing he did professionally.
Oh, wow.
In the early 2000s, called The Life of Reilly, Save It for the Stage or something like that.
So I said, I love Shakespeare too. And she said, what would someone like you know about Shakespeare? Well.
I mean, of course, I never saw it, but yeah, I think I remember Entertainment Tonight doing like a feature on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And there are some, it used to be, I found remnants of it online. You can find it on YouTube, but it's in bits because it was posted years ago before you could do full-length videos on YouTube. Yeah. But it's all there. And it's really, really, really good.
So remember what Emily Dickinson said? You never know how tall you are until you're asked to rise. Well, I rose.
Wow.
And so I'll link to it in the show description for sure, but I highly recommend you go watch it. I was trying to find, it's like, surely somebody's got to have this. I can't find a DVD of it anywhere, and it's really well produced. But the best thing about it is that he's just so good, and he's just being himself and telling his life story, and he's doing it so well, but he's not peppering in.
Of course, yeah.
He's acting.
He's being confessional.
And being just completely laying it out there about how passionate he is about what he does.
I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath the power to assume a pleasing shape, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. Anything else you want to know, lady?
But that turns out that was the last professional thing he did because he had, I don't know if it was emphysema or something, he had some kind of lung issue going on. And shortly after they filmed that, he had to retire from performing because he couldn't travel anymore. And a couple of years later, he died. So, but I'm so glad, I'm sure he was too, that he managed to get that film out. But they need to put it back out. It's a piece, it's just a brilliant piece of work.
Wow, man, what a good recommendation.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You'll be happy to know that this is the final scene. My pill is wearing off.